Hey, this is Jason with Vapes. This episode I'll be going over the CBD products that I've used in the past, that I use currently, some of the false misconceptions out about CBD, and what to look for. Alright, so when I first heard about CBD, I was kind of confused on it. It is legal in all 50 states. Um, it comes from the hemp plant. So you have full spectrum and you have isolate. If you get drug tested at a job, you want to stick with isolate. But some that are full spectrum still have 0% THC in them and are lab tested, like the koi products here. I do get drug tested, so I wanted to make sure that I don't have any THC in my system. And that's kind of why I stayed away from it for so long, because I was scared, if I lost my job, it wouldn't matter if I had anxiety or not. So that would definitely cause a lot more anxiety. So just some of the stuff that we have. When I first started, I went to a place and they gave me a little vape pen that this guy attached to, and I think it was 25 milligram juice, and I really couldn't even tell. Was not impressed. I would not recommend using a vape pen like this. So with this, I used it till it was empty, and then I wasn't even going to go back to it. And then I saw that people were actually using regulated mods. This is a smoke mag mod with 225 watts. And so all I do is I'll get a 0 milligram juice, fill it about 3/4 of the way up or half, and then fill the rest of it up with one of my droppers of CBD oil. I started using this to begin with. It's hemp lucid. It's made for the vape. It says vape drip on it. This is 500 milligram. I started at 100, then went to 250, then I had a 500. I've used the 500 milligram 2 or 3 times. This is probably my 3rd bottle. So I've been using this stuff for a while, but it does work. As far as vaping it, I've learned that it helps relieve anxiety quicker than under the tongue, or if you were to put a drop under the tongue, but it doesn't last as long than eating like an edible or doing a drop under the tongue. But it's what I like. If you're going to go under the tongue, though, I would recommend Koi Naturals. This is 1,000 milligram. Most of these are scented or have a flavor already added to them. This here is orange. I tried a couple of them, and orange is definitely the best. Like I said, with this one, you're going to want to add something to it. The hemp lucid, because it tastes like you're chewing on dirt, basically, or just grabbed like a plant and put it in your mouth and started chewing on it. That's what it tastes like. So you want to mix it with one of your whatever you like as a juice flavor. Mix it with it. I just get the 0 milligram. Yeah, it's still expensive, but the flavor really matters if you're going to be using it a lot. Right now, I'm using the 500 milligram Koi. This is unscented, unflavored, and I've been mixing it with the Air Factory Berry Rush, but I've tried a bunch of different flavors. Most of them I like. Every one that I've bought, I like enough to put back in my tank, but Air Factory is really good, and it mixes really well. I've found that the hemp lucid, you can see how like gummy that is. You want to definitely shake that up before you put it in, and you want to mix it almost immediately. Then kind of roll it around in the tank. Just give it a, so it mixes up pretty well. With the koi, you don't have to do that as much. It is it's more of a liquidy. It's not as thick as the other one, but it's the same milligram, 0 THC, lab tested. You don't have to worry about it showing up on a piss test. And you're not getting high from this. This you can function normal as can be. I don't think you can't overdose on this. You just take a really good nap. It relieves anxiety. It helps with pain. I'm 40 now, so I've been getting joint pain and just every day mild arthritis. It helps with all that. To be honest, it really does. And at first, when I got my regulated mod, I thought, maybe this is placebo effect. Maybe I'm just thinking that it's helping. So it is. Which even if that was, I'm good with that because it's helping me. But I got one point where I hit it just a bunch of times in a row because I was trying to do a competition with somebody who was using 0 milligram, and I forgot that I had CBD oil in mine. And I was trying to take the longest hit that I could take with it. And after that, I was like, just really chilled out. I was like, okay, so this definitely works. It's not placebo. It's not something I'm just telling myself that, hey, I'm good on the anxiety now, and whatever. It really does work. So after going through all these so far, I would recommend, if you like to vape, to go with the koi CBD. But they have different kinds. So like this Naturals, that's 1,000 milligrams, is not made to go in a vape. It's this is made to go under the tongue, which it might work in a vape. But I looked on the website and it didn't say anything about vaping at all. But it looks nearly the same consistency as the other one. So I don't know. It might even work. But I haven't tried it yet. So I wouldn't recommend it. But the ones that they do have that are made for vaping. Where are you at? There you go. See this one that says flavorless? That's what I would go with. I would go with the flavorless, and then you add your flavor to it. I've seen some pretty cool things out there that looks like it's kind of made for this. They have dual tanks, which it's basically a regular tank and then split right down the middle. It's got a coil on each side, and you can put your CBD oil on one side and your flavor in the other and hit them both at the same time. So that seems pretty cool. But yeah, so far this has really, really helped me with anxiety. I've had a lot of pretty major life issues come up, life events come up, and these have helped out a lot. And I recommend them to anybody that's dealing with anxiety or pain, or you just want to try an alternative to like Xanax, or try alternative to pain pills. This has been really amazing. And I will keep you informed on any new things that I try out here on the channel. If you'd like to subscribe, just hit the subscribe button. If you got any questions for me, just hit it up in the comments. I really appreciate you checking out my channel. Thank you so much.